What's going on YouTube? Florida Man Knives here with a really quick review of the Spyderco Endura 4. Now, I do want to start off by saying I think the Endura 4 is absolutely fantastic because it is such a large knife, but yet it is very lightweight relatively speaking. So the overall length is going to be 8.75 inches, your blade length is 3.75 inches, and your handle length is going to be right at about 5 inches. Your handle thickness is 0.45 inches, and your blade thickness is pretty thin and slicey for sure at 0.13 inches, thinner than a paramilitary 2 by a couple of thousandths, for example. So on this one, I will say, really the only complaint that I have about the Endura is going to be the pocket clip. Of course, I did put a deep carry MXG gear pocket clip on this one, but you know, from the factory, because it does incorporate the lanyard hole and everything like that, definitely sits a little bit deeper than my preference. Otherwise, I really don't have any complaints about it. Now, for myself personally, I will say the ergonomics are not ideal. You know, while it is a larger handle, you would think, you know, I would love the ergonomics of this knife. I find that similarly with the Delica, this point right here in the handle, I wish it was just a little bit further back, and I noticed that in my unboxing, and that has stayed true after, you know, carrying it and using it. And for that reason, you know, if I kind of move my fingers further back around and scoot them further up, it's pretty comfortable, but I definitely noticed that quite a bit. Now, back here in this position, obviously this grip is phenomenal, but then I find that my index is so far from the blade that just don't really prefer that grip position, as I stated. But this particular model, of course, is going to be an S30V. It is the teal exclusive, and I definitely think it's a great looking knife. You know, Sal Glesser design, of course. He does a fantastic job with his designs. The weight on this, as I had mentioned, is fantastic for the overall length. Let me grab my scale right here so you can see that the weight is going to be coming in at 3.25 ounces. I mean, that is fantastic, honestly. It's, you know, that portion of this knife, or that aspect, I should say, of this knife is just phenomenal. The handle to, you know, weight ratio, it really is just fantastic. And you still do have stainless steel liners in there. They are milled out, but you can see right there. So this is definitely a very stout knife, you know, very solid for sure. The fit and finish is going to be pretty good. You know, the Seiki City, Japan factory, it's not going to be perfect all across the board, but if you're buying this knife, that's not what you're concerned about. And the price on the standard variant is going to be $91. This particular one is $101 because it is the exclusive again with S30V, but that is another just absolutely amazing aspect of this knife. You know, for a budget blade, if you will, under $100, I think you really just can't go wrong with the standard base model Endura, and I definitely understand why it has been around for so long and continues to be so popular. So, as I stated, just a really short review video here. I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. If you have any experience with the Endura, definitely let me know. And if it's one of your favorite knives, I'd be curious to hear why. And as always, I really appreciate you watching. Thanks.